Well, first of all, hello. My
Hello.
name is Jason Fields. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. Gloria's mother has said that, are you from Alabama? Because of my little southern tack. And I love it. And thank you so much. Absolutely. Well, first of all, I want to recognize Patrick and Gloria, Bob and Margot, the parents of our esteemed bride and groom, for all that you've done, and we love you and thank you very much. So if we get a little... I met Scott about 19 years ago. I decided that I had had enough of living in the Southeast and I needed to get out of my dwellings in the South. I'd never been out of beyond Florida, Mississippi, South Carolina, and my father told me that there was a way that I could get out and I could explore the world. And he said the Merchant Marine was the way to go. And I said okay, because basically you could sign up for 6 months, and if you didn't like it, you could quit outside the military, which they asked, for 2 to 4 years. But I did. I went to a training facility in Piney Point, Maryland, and all by myself, and it was definitely a cultural shock. I remember when I first met Scott. I'm going to cry and laugh. Hazing is it happens in college campuses. It happens in training facilities. Well, we had a little ceremony called Attention on Deck, and that's when the upperclassmen came in and woke us up at midnight, 1 a.m. and said, get up, you're going to do push-ups, we're going to make you sit in a mop bucket and clean the floors, we're going to yell at you and cuss at you. And I remember looking up and seeing this young man. And I remember thinking to myself, this guy is teaching me the true definition of never judge a book by its cover. 6'4", 225-pound man just crying. He was so sad. And I was thinking to myself, why on earth? Why is he so upset? He was so scared. And then for the next, and I knew at that point in time that my generous soul had to come out and say, okay, I have to take care of this young man, because for 3 days I begged him to get off the phone with his mother. You have to live. But I digress. From then on, it was Scott teaching me. It was Scott teaching me. Scott taught me how to live. And if anybody in this room knows about Scott, they know that Scott, the common denominator of Scott is passion, and passion for life. Scott doesn't want to sit down. He doesn't want to stop talking about the day's events. He wants to scuba dive, skydive, aerial dive, fly planes, whatever it is. He wants to live life to its fullest. And that's what I really learned from Scott, because there were times when I was in Hawaii with him and I was thinking about, okay, I'm going to save my money for college, and I'm going to go back to college, I'm going to do this. I was 22 years old, and he was like, what are you doing? Get a mountain bike. Let's go ride. The irrigation ditches of Hawaii and all these beautiful, glorious things. You have to experience these things. And I never really met anybody like Scott. And I will stick to the fact that Scott taught me. He taught me how to live. And I will tell you, Gloria, that I've known Scott for 19 years, and I've never heard him speak of anybody like he has spoke about you in so many positive, loving ways. And I know that this is going to be a wonderful experience for you. Even though, if you want to call me, I'll point out a few different, things about, but, whatever. We'll leave that to the sidebar. He has a true, deep love and affection for you. And I know this is going to be an incredible ride for you guys for the next 40 years. And I'm so incredibly excited for you. Whatever. 100? I will end by saying that Scott Kreger is my brother. He has taught me things about myself and taught me things about just living that I've never experienced from anybody, being this East Coaster, Mobile, Alabama, Atlanta boy. Scott has exposed me to some things in life that I needed to be exposed to, and for that I thank you. You are my brother, and I wish you, and I hope that the good Lord blesses you both with security, wealth, happiness, and children to come, hopefully. Absolutely. Let's hear it up. Okay. But I don't think that there's not anybody in this room who knows you and knows that you are just good to the soul. You guys have a great spirit, and you wish the best for everybody, and everybody wishes the best for you. So, cheers.